Hello, hello. Kind of curious what the delay is like. Let me see. It's not bad. It's like a couple of seconds. That's fine. That's livable. I can live with that. Just on Twitter.com. I don't expect anybody to actually show up. It's on YouTube. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll hit the Q quote retweet. We're live. Give him the thumbs up. We'll see. I don't expect anybody to show up for this. It's a YouTube stream, and not only is it a YouTube stream, it's a YouTube account that I've not used before on stream. Well, that's that's just because I've never streamed on YouTube before. It's actually my first time. And there's no evidence otherwise. We have my audio over here. Okay. It looks like we're good. I don't expect anybody to show up for this. I'm just gonna be a little guy and draw and maybe complain. The reason I'm on YouTube even in the first place is just because I'm a complainer right now. And I might be complaining. And on YouTube it's harder for people to find me. So I can complain freely than anybody paying attention. As a certified complainer, professional. That's the play. But we'll see. Maybe I'll just be quiet and I'll just be drawing silently. I don't know. Time will tell. I mean, I feel like I'm just also... I kind of just... Even if nobody's here, I talk. I'm a yapper. I haven't been talking to anybody very much recently. But like I have this all of this pent up yapping that I've not yapped to anybody. I gotta, and I'm like, I need to yap. I haven't yapped to anybody in so long. It's been too long since the Aurora yapping session. To be fair, I've asked to hang out. But still, gotta yap. Anyway, I'm drawing sayor. I don't know exactly what I want to do with it yet. I kind of know. I don't know the exact angle. Because in my head it's sort of like a side pose of her like leaning forward. I don't know. This isn't a good representation. It's like her leaning forward, but I don't think that works well. I'm eepy as well. I woke up early today. Usually today I work from home, but I had to go into the office today because the big bossman was in the office and I had to go say hi. I couldn't you can stay home. As a certified stay-homer. I mean, that just accounts to me getting like several hours of sleep. I go to bed at 11 instead of like 12:30, or 11 instead of like 12 when I usually would go to bed on Monday, or for Monday. and I wake up at 5 instead of 7:30. So it's a big sleep deficit. It is what it is, though. You can't win them all. I'm hoping. I wouldn't think Expedition 33 music gets me copyrighted. We'll see, I guess. Yeah. I'm drawing a little sayor today. She's going to be the idea I have in my mind palace. Is she's gonna be like, I don't know, I just kinda want it to be a really lighthearted sayor. I was gonna put her like kind of surrounded by like bubbles. Kind of like in One Piece. Ah, what was that? Was that one place like right before they got to the new world that was full of bubbles? It's like there. I'm gonna look it up. I'm kind of curious now. I forget the name. The one place, the one piece place with bubbles. It was the archipelago, yeah. That's what it was. That's where Luffy decked the celestial dragon. And then, almost died. The fact that Luffy's even alive after fully decking a celestial dragon is crazy. I actually cannot believe. I mean, he's gotten away with some. I feel like Luffy One Piece has declared war on the world government so many times now. He does not care. He did it for Robin. He practically did it. He did it for Ace. He did it at the archipelago. He does it like any chance he gets. He does it. That's just the Luffy way. It's just what he does as Senor Luffy. He just... It's the wrong type of layer. Oh, it's fine. I was actually drawing with this kind of layer earlier. I'm working on an animation. It's a nobody's here, so I could just yap about it. It's a gift for a friend. And I'll be honest, if I could stroke my own ego a bit, it goes kind of crazy so far. I don't know how I did it. I'll be honest. I don't know what I did, but it kind of goes crazy. I don't know if I could show it because it's spoilers. And I mean, I guess they're not gonna watch this. Surely not. I doubt it. I'll show it to you. Just in case. Please, if you're watching, don't look. I guess, wait, that kind of spoils it already. Nah. Oh well. I'm not gonna show it now. It's ruined. It's all I doubt Blizz is gonna watch this. Blizz wouldn't watch my streams or my content. That's not a Blizz maneuver. Blizz watches Germa and the GG Marin instead. Yes, it's fine. To be honest, I didn't really want it to be an angle like this. Hmm. Also, she looks very baby right now. I guess that's fine. I don't think I'm going to, I'm not gonna do the play of, line art and then, or sketch and then line art. I think I'm just gonna go sketch and I'm just gonna full send it from the sketch for this one. We'll see what comes out of it. Hopefully it doesn't look too ass when it's done. I'm hoping I'm gonna try to like sort of watercolor it and speedrun watercoloring, which kind of stupid. I don't know how to do watercolor, but it'll be fine. Maybe, probably. We'll see. We will see. I just really want this one to be a little guy, because I know the last sayoris I did, none of them were like little guys, so I would like for this one to be little guy sayor. We're due for a little guy. Yeah, this works. I don't know, I feel like whenever I draw, this is the default for me. When I'm drawing a face, I always end up doing faces like this. I don't know why. I guess it's just easy for me. It's what my brain defaults to when I draw faces. That's fine. No! Why are you here, Blizz? I can't talk about you, because then you'll hear me. And it's late. You need to go to bed. What do you mean too good for Discord? It's 8 p.m. You're supposed to be sleeping. If only I was unemployed. I had to wake up so early today for work. Because I did not get to work from home today. I had to go to the office. I'm dying. No, is it still not done? Oh, it finished today? Nice. Over the weekend, our boiler had a leak in one of the pipes, so I had to spend like a whole day over the weekend troubleshooting the boiler and to fix it. It was pain. It was just one pipe too, and it took the whole day. It was a single pipe, and it was just in such a pain in the ass spot. And the pipes are really old. Is this place is like maybe it's like over 100 years old for sure, probably roundabout. It's like a really old like metal pipe, and we had to cut, and then we had to add new like screwing grooves for it so we could screw in connection fitting. It was a crusty ass pipe. If it was a pipe that carried drinking water, I would be dead. But it's not. It's a pipe that carries hot water to the radiators so that I don't die in the winter. It's how I survived the Canadian wilderness. Nah, if it was a shit pipe, I would cry. I mean, I guess I would still have to fix it, but I would wear like, I would be fully hazmated up. I would have the really long gloves, and like, I would just be covered in like rubber so that it doesn't contaminate me and I don't get like several diseases. I don't think I've ever had to fix like, I forget what those types of pipes are called. I think their technical name are shit pipes. I don't think I've ever had to work with one yet. I think the most I've done, I've done like showers, I've done sinks. I mean, I guess I have like before. I've built a, I've yeah, sewage pipe. That's what it's called. I did showers, I did sinks. I did do a toilet before it was made. Before it was used, I helped with like the initial plumbing. But I didn't do one that was freshly used. Yeah. Toilets are crazy. There's the seal on your toilet is really just like gravity. A lot of it's just like gravity sealed. OSRS. I'm gonna start playing again soon. I played a little bit. I did a bit of sailing. I got my sailing up. But I'll come back to it soon. It was alright. I didn't see much of a use for it. But it was chill. I kind of liked exploring around. That was fun. I liked exploring and getting the what is it, the journal entries. That was fun. But I didn't do too much of it. I'm only like, I think in the 20s or something. I only played it for like a couple of days. And then I was considering continuing to grind woodcutting. Because I wasn't really feeling like progressing meaningfully. You're in the 70s already? What the heck? Damn, you're gonna 99 woodcutting before me. You're actually gonna 99 woodcutting before me. I pick mid. I'm drawing Sayori. Your eyes are too far apart. There's a patch you can get? I didn't even know that. We level woodcutting for different reasons. You level woodcutting for the pet. I level woodcutting for the love of the game. Yeah, I feel like when I play RuneScape, I always take like regular breaks that are like several months long. I don't think I can. You have to get. That would actually. Is it a white fox? Because that would be really cute. I feel like I always take like regular breaks from RuneScape because I get burnt out really quickly. Yeah. I've come to realize, like, RuneScape, it's such an incompatible game for me. Because I feel like the types of games that I play are very... the types of games that I easily sink a lot of time into are either, like, really heavy narrative story games, like Expedition 33, or games like that are big co-op games, and I just don't have the time for grinding in RuneScape as much. I joke. So like I end up losing the motivation to play very quickly whenever I play RuneScape. Unless I'm doing something stupid like just AFK farming woodcutting or something. I find that I lose motivation to play very quickly. Yeah. That's why I can AFK grind combat levels all day. But the moment I need to actually pay attention in RuneScape, I need to be like in the mood for it. Or it does not work out. I've been, instead of RuneScape, I've been kind of cringe, and I've been playing Genshin Impact recently. Because of Durin, and then the other girl that's coming out in the next patch. If I don't get Durin, I'm going for her. You know, that is fair. I am only playing Genshin at this point, really because Kami is playing it too. That, and for some reason, I don't know if it's the Stockholm Syndrome, but I've kind of just fallen into a groove playing Genshin I like I've reached a point in Genshin where my team is actually good. So it doesn't physically pain me anymore to like run domains. And they made running domains take half as long because you can double your resin runs so that you don't need to grind it for like 10 minutes. It's more like grinding it for 5 minutes. So I just do that. And it doesn't feel as bad anymore. Listen, I fall into Genshin into cycles. Yeah. That just means you're getting more Genshin art from me. I am dead inside. There's nothing left. That is true. I'm a fake. I'm an imposter. I'm a visitor. Wofu art. Listen, I'm starting to draw my OCs again. I did a drawing of my robot girl that I just have to do a background for and then I'm posting it. I've been too distracted with gaming recently to draw. I've been playing. I replayed Fury recently, and I'm playing the Expedition 33 update now. And I was thinking I might go back and play Xenoblade just to see. I feel like Xenoblade is one of those games where I kind of want to play it twice. Because just to catch everything that I probably missed. You're not sure what it's just a really good JRPG. I like it a lot. I played it a bit ago. And they just dropped a free update for it, so I'm playing it again. It is a really good game. It won Game of the Year. And it's deserved, I think. It won a lot. It won like 9 awards at the Game Awards, which is a little much. But it's a very good game. I like it a lot. It's very much for me in line with like Xenoblade and how I feel about it. Where as a genre, I'm not actually that big of a fan of JRPGs. They're not really my thing. I tend to prefer more action-based gameplay. Like Souls is like the minimum for me, typically. But it just has a really good story, so I can enjoy it anyway. I don't really care about the gameplay, I just really like the story. And the gameplay isn't even that bad too. They have parry mechanics, so that you're not like standing still on the enemy's turn. You could like parry and dodge. Yeah, like Tails. I think like Dark Souls is sort of the minimum for me when it comes to like gameplay. I don't know, I didn't think about what an outfit to give her. What's her like pink outfit? I'll give her that one. Yeah. For me, it's like it's a mix between gameplay and story, and they're interchangeable. If a game has a good story, I could care less about the gameplay. It could be like a text adventure, or like it could just be like a visual novel and not have gameplay, and I would like it. Or it have really good gameplay, and I don't care about the story at all. Something like Devil May Cry. But like DDLC, I'll be honest, DDLC is alright. I think I like the characters of DDLC more than the game. Like, I think the characters I preferred more than like the overarching story of the game, because I didn't really care too much about the fourth wall breaks and stuff. It was cool, but I think what resonated the most with me with DDLC was like, I like Sayori and I like Nat. Those are my big takeaways from DDLC. Yeah, that's true. Coming from the just Nat dev, he's okay, I guess. Yeah, true. I should send some help tickets to their mod page on GitHub. Yeah, I guess that's another thing that will make me like a game is the characters. If a game has really good characters, I could play it and enjoy it. I guess DDLC is one of those kinds of games. Like, okay, to be completely honest, when I played DDLC for the first time, this was before I played it like on launch, because at that time I was a poor gamer and I would scour free-to-play games on Steam. And I saw it was a free-to-play game and it was just a dating sim. I was like, sure. And I didn't really enjoy it at first because it felt like the most generic dating sim. But I don't know why I stuck through it. I think it's just because I liked Sayori. I liked Sayori and I liked Nat, so I just stuck through it. And it was a fun game. Yeah, that was before like it was even like people said it was like a horror game. So I didn't know. Sayori's a little slant. That's fine. I should move her body back. Yeah, how many hours have gone into just Nat alone? Let me look at your DDLC playtime really quickly. Let me get a good estimate. Let's take a gander. Does it say actually? I don't know. But yeah, to put into perspective, my interest in DDLC, I've had zero interest in playing DDLC Plus. Like, I kind of got what I wanted out of the game, and I don't think the really cute filler content, I mean, I guess it would be nice, but it's not like, it's not going to change my opinion on the game or anything, or it wouldn't meaningfully add much for me. That's because Steam is a pain in the ass, and they have Steam-specific files that are really annoying to deal with. Because, a lot of games at least in my experience trying to mod games on Steam, Steam has specific files that both check for file modifications and check for, and they connect to their servers for anything online related, and it's kind of annoying, and it ends up clashing with mods a lot of the time unless they specifically build around that or allow functionality for mods. Yeah. I remember back when I... This is getting, like, deep. This is when I was, like, a 12-year-old maybe or something. And I would get money for, like, a singular game or something. And, I mean, most of the time when I was that young, I didn't even buy games on PC because my PC couldn't run games. But if I did, what I would end up doing is I would try to uninstall all of the Steam-related files and see if the game still runs. And if it was easier back in the day, it's less likely to work now. But if you're able to do that, you basically just have a rip of the game you could give people. And that's how I got some of my games. And I would repay friends by giving them games that I was able to remove essentially the DRM at the time. I remember I used to beg for Xbox Live membership so that I could play I could play Halo and COD online. Dude, I was such a fiend back in the day for those free month memberships. I would scour the early internet for codes for those for like 2 weeks or something. I would hunt them down just so that I could play online. I would grab like anything I could just so that I could play Halo for 2 weeks online. I think, when was it that my parents just decided to actually just get me a membership for it? It was like in high school or something. They're just like, you know, you can have a membership. It was, oh wait, no, it was like the middle of middle school, because I remember playing Minecraft on the Xbox 360 with my friends. I do remember that. We spent so long. I completely ran out of things to talk about, and I feel like I was going delusional. I feel we got close several times, and I feel like you pulled us out. You were always like the carry. When things got bad, you would clutch up, and then another several hours would pass. Yeah, she showed it to me. It's very goofy. Yeah, hiding around the corner with the hammer. No, Joe, it was more like I devolved into I was just asking the most insane questions. And also, this was... this was also, like... I don't think at this point, I talked to Ryan nearly as much at this point. So, just asking insane questions. Oh my god, she's so chibi. What have I done? I've turned her small. You know, it's fine. The default of my art, I feel like I always end up being chibi. Yeah, it really was like, would you? That's really what it turned into. It's just the first thing off of my head to be like, I can't even recreate how insane I was. I don't think I couldn't even recreate how much I lost at that. My brain was completely fried. I was also kind of sweating because I wanted to have the highest score. I was trying to pop off. ODST was just really funny. ODST broke our brains in a different way. That was just absurdity. That was sheer insanity. I was actually thinking of playing Halo again soon. I might do. I might play like early Halo again. Like Halo 3 or something. Just cause I don't think I've played Halo properly in a while. And I like Halo 3. Halo 3 I think was the first Halo game I sunk a ton of hours in. I also got into Halo for like the stupidest reason. Is because I didn't really play Halo as a kid at first. I played it like twice and was like, that's a game. But then my cousins came over one day and they beat my ass in Halo. They showed me custom games where you could like fight split screen, and they beat my ass. And I was like, okay, I'm locking in. And then the next time they came over was like a couple months later. I sweated Halo so much. I didn't lose. I was like a really sweaty Halo player back in the day. That's like a countably infinite sequence. I feel like that would take longer than... that would take longer than the universe has to exist, I would assume. Something like that. Because I think there's more grains of sand than something. I forget what the math was. Actually, no, I'm not human. Maybe. I have seen gameplay of it already. I don't know if that spoils or ruins the experience. Babies. What kind of question is this? I would have to pick no, I'm not a human. Surely any rational human being would pick that over 10 minutes of baby steps. I tried to watch somebody play baby steps, but it's just The dude's voice is so annoying. I get it's supposed to be satirical. Like, that's the whole point, is that it's satirical. But it just annoys me. I need to shrink her head. Her head's too big. Her nog is massive. Oh my god, this song. This song that's playing. Every time Expedition 33 won at the Game Awards, this freaking song would play. They didn't queue up any other songs, it's just this one. It was so funny. It's an allegory. Yeah, that makes sense. They do a lot of things in that game that are kind of funny. Like, I know that there's a thing in Baby Steps where if you skip all of the cutscenes and you beat the game, they acknowledge that and they're just like, what? This guy skipped all the cutscenes. And then there's a 30-minute long unskippable cutscene of like two of the characters just talking at the end of the game. And that's kind of funny. That, I can respect that. That one was funny. But like everything else, it's not my kind of game. I don't like rage games in general. Because I feel like when I play rage games, I don't get super angry at the game. I just get like disappointed. It's like, this is unfortunate. I just like, I don't find it super fun to learn rage games, unless it's a specific kind. Like, I could do Jump King. Jump King was chill for me for some reason. But I don't think it would like Baby Steps. Probably, I think it's also because just the art style in Baby Steps annoys me. It's so like Unreal Engine trademark art style, whereas like Jump King it's at least like appealing to look at pixel art. I'm not like gouging my eyes out. I don't remember the ice cream segment. I didn't watch like a full gameplay of Baby Steps. I feel like all I've really seen of it was just that fake, or the meme ending where you skip all the cutscenes. I should give Sayori pants. Chat, do I give her pants? It's so funny saying chat. This is not what I had envisioned at all. This I'll be honest. It was supposed to be. I don't know how it turned into. It was supposed to be Sayori blowing bubbles. And it turned into Sayori like looking at you. How did it turn into this? She was supposed to be blowing bubbles. Like SpongeBob. I guess it's fine. The people will like Sayori thighs. Yeah, I put her hands behind her back because I didn't know what to do with them. I could do like I feel like I do this pose a lot now too, where I do like one hand up to like kind of make them smug. I feel like I've been drawing a lot of smug. Maybe we'll do one hand up. It won't hurt. A Pocky. We could give her Pocky. Pocky is cute. Liz, would you play the Pocky game with me? Wait, that's basically what it was when we were playing Halo for like 7 hours. That's what it devolved into. That's actually what it turned into. I just went insane. It's actually what it was. Listen, I've had enough of being shipped with people online. One time was enough. We don't need to start any more ships. I've had enough. That's all it takes? Hey, I mean, if it's a price you want, I got. A race to the bottom. Yeah. But yeah, I've had enough of being... I don't want to get shipped with anymore. I've had enough of that. Did you guys see? I don't know why that made me think about this. See what happened with TDLC recently? There's a contest on twitter.com that Storyteller was running. It's essentially just a popularity contest. And there's like so much drama around it. And I'm surprised that they're continuing the contest. I cannot believe they're continuing it. After what happened. Aurora x Ina. I can respect that ship. Actually, I don't respect that ship. I would never date Ina. Ina's out of my league. I would need someone in my league, like, myself. Yeah, and I'm surprised people are still like interacting with anybody involved. What my takeaway from that whole thing was everyone involved seems kind of insufferable. Everyone's kind of an asshole. And I don't want to interact with anybody involved. That was kind of my takeaway. It is very late there. I mean, I think I could say this. I was nominated for something, and then very recently actually, Storyteller reached out asking if I wanted to drop out or not, because I thought they were done with it after the drama. And they reached out to me to be like, hey, do you want to still be a part of this? We're actually going to continue it. Which, in my opinion, is kind of insane. But, you know, they can do whatever they want. And I was just like, yeah, I'll pass. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to end up getting involuntarily wrapped up in some dumb shit. It happens. I'm so surprised they continued it. I'm glad sushi is no longer a part of it. It's like it's ridiculous. I think it's kind of funny because I'd mentioned to Storyteller that before they started the event, that it would probably go bad because it's the DDLC community. And yeah, I mean I was correct. It went bad. Is this how hands work? No, pinky's on the inside. What am I doing? I don't know how to draw hands. Yeah, I tend to just stay away from the DDLC community in general because they're just the community is just kind of insane. I feel like, especially, I don't know when I started, especially this year, I've kept like a good arm's length away from anything DDLC related. Just because it's not worth it. The community is kind of crazy. Yeah. There's a Nat fan that also... It's always Nat fans. There's a Nat fan that called you evil too. I remember that. Because it pissed me off. I remember getting so upset at that. Yeah, I did do that. Not a fan of them. The fridge person. Yeah, I remember them too. Were they the fridge person? That was their alter ego, right? They made like an alt account. And I found out that it was them because I drew Nat saying something else to them. Honestly, I think that's my favorite ban. That's my favorite ban. Yeah. It was a good way to ban somebody. If only there's more bannable... Maybe I should get back into the DDLC community. Just to ban people! Just so that I could find funny ways of banning people. I feel like that's a good excuse to get back into DDLC. This is not how hands work. This hand is kind of fucked. Just a rage bait. Maybe if I was a teenager still, I feel like when I was younger, I was a real rage baiter. I rage baited a lot when I was younger. I would... Because like when I was younger, I was like an FPS gamer, right? And part of the FPS gaming experience, I feel, is just rage baiting people into getting upset. I think that's just part of the experience playing FPS games. But since I've retired, I don't rage bait people like that anymore. I feel like the only time I rage bait. I think the last time I rage baited was something related to Sunball. I was rage baiting on Twitter a little bit, but I don't do it often anymore. Yeah, an absolute mess with a really stupid conclusion. Hmm. This isn't how arms work. This is why I was gonna just draw the arm behind her, but then I don't know why did I do this? Yeah, the storyteller's response from that was not great. It's real bad. Oh my god. There was that, and then there was that one Monica account. That storyteller really tried to defend, and it was not great. That one racist AI Monica account. Yeah. Yeah. I remember they had sent me. No, it was even worse than that. Cause I remember in their argument they mentioned like MLK kind of dying because it's like that's not gonna go. They were talking about like I forget what it was like non-violence or something, and they mentioned MLK, and I was like, this is not gonna work. I'm pretty sure it was MLK. I don't remember. It was somebody like akin to MLK, MLK adjacent, and I remember that because they'd sent me, um, they DM'd me their response to ask for critiques on it. And I remember specifically pointing out the MLK. I was like, this is probably not gonna go over well. And lo and behold, it did not. Yeah, I think. Well, no. I was gonna say Storyteller was out of drama after that, but they literally just made a post on Twitter.com about the last thing that happened. Yeah, if only somebody said. I feel like when it comes to Storyteller, I can just predict how badly something is gonna go because it's happened like several times now. If I ever talk to them and I tell them that something bad is likely to happen, it ends up maybe I'm just like an omen. If I say something bad is gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And there's no stopping it. Her face is still too big. I need to shrink her nog. That's the wrong leg. Yeah, this is fine. Not gonna lie, the reason I'm on YouTube was because I was half considering making this a stream where I just complain about how shit the year has been. But I didn't end up doing that. That's the reason this is on YouTube. It's because there's just gonna be a complaining stream. I didn't expect anybody to actually join. I think I need to make her face a little smaller. But if I'm not doing that now, which I'm probably not, I'll probably do something similar at the Aurora year in review. Oh my god, do I even have art for every month? I don't even know if I do for this year. Did I draw every month this year? I don't know. But when I do the Aurora year in review, I'll probably play. It's been like kind of a wild year. Wild in a bad way, not in a good way. I feel like I said wild and I'm like, wild has a positive connotation to it. Wild is insane. Well, that also kind of has I can have a positive connotation. What's like a negative connotation? Reprehensible. Yeah, I feel like it's been a bad year for everybody. Nobody's had a good year. Don't worry though. Yeah, they can. I feel like whenever I say it though, wild and insane, I guess it depends on the context. This is why the English language is so weird. It's all about context. I say as an English-only speaker that wild is wild and insane. They can have their connotations change depending on the context they're used in, much like anything in the English language. Like, if you like, crazy is another word that changes depending on the context. And I feel like that is true. I did share a candle at dinner with you, Blizz. We did have a romantic that was honestly that part of the year is probably the best part of the year. That made me really happy. I'm glad I got to see friends. It honestly is the only redeeming part of my year. Yeah. I guess since I never talked about it, spoiler. I didn't talk about it because I didn't know that Blizz had his location open on Twitter. But yeah, I saw Blizz this year. And I saw Odd. He was very fun. And then I have to wait several years. Yeah, a shocking turn of events. I saw Blizz. And I have to wait several years to see him again. Which is kind of cringe, honestly. We should just like come over here instead. We could share a pizza. We could have a candlelit pizza. He doesn't want to come. He hates me. But next year, I'm going to sushi. And then I don't know what my plans are the year after that. That's too far in the future for my brain. My brain doesn't comprehend that far in the future. Yeah, this is fine. Also, Blizz, go to bed soon. I don't stay up too late. Just to yap. You need sleep. We could always talk later. Get sleep if you're EP, please. I don't know why I'm... What time? It's 9. I should start coloring soon. Also, this is probably the last stream I'm going to be doing for a bit. Because I have to grind a lot of art. It's 4 a.m. I feel like I do that. If I'm hanging out with people and I don't have work in the morning, I don't have a time limit for how long I hang out. I just yap forever. I can yap until the next day. Especially if we're playing a game or something that like it keeps me awake. I can yap forever. I have like infinite yapping. Yay! Let's sleep. Get eat well, and then take a shower in your newly renovated bathroom. I hope you get some good sleep though, Blizz. Oh, what can I talk about that happened this year that I haven't already talked about? I feel like I've complained about a lot of things already. At least on my alt account. I've basically complained about all of the major things. I feel like there's something I've only told, I guess, friends and Joe about how I had to part ways with some friends this year that I was very close with, which also kind of sucked. Not a great year. I feel like that's probably the only thing I haven't tweeted about, because everything else was like deaths pretty much. That I ended up tweeting at, like my chickies and my doggo and it's probably a couple more coming soon. Yeah, I gotta like stay tuned. The sequel is coming out soon for that. Not a fun time for me. And yeah, I had to part ways with friends. Honestly, I think what sucks for me the most, what gets me the most, is my general philosophy in life is sort of just to, as long as I do my best and I try my best, things will they'll find a way to work out in the end. And I feel like this year, that couldn't be farther from the truth. Because no matter how hard I try to, to do things, it would always end up. I mean, you can't prevent some things, and then I feel like I always try to be a good friend, I do my best, and it still doesn't work out. It's like it's pain. But I think the most important thing is just no matter how many times I get knocked down, you just gotta get back up, you know? Sometimes it takes me a second or two, maybe like a week or 2 weeks to like pick myself back up. But you just gotta, it's hard, but you just like get back up. And you keep just giving it your best. Whatever your best is in the moment. It might not be like your 100% like all out power. But just like whatever your best, whatever you can afford to give in the moment, you know? That's your best. And as long as you're giving your best, I feel like I still want to hope that things work out. Or at least, like, you can't fault yourself for things when they don't work out when you gave it your best. Which is what I've coming to realize. You can't fault yourself for when things go bad, despite you giving it your all, you know? Sometimes it just happens that way. Sometimes it happens that way multiple times in a row. Yeah. And that's just how it is sometimes. But you just keep going, and then hopefully one day when you're giving it your best, it will work out. That's what I am hoping for. One day. Down! I thought you were asleep, Liz. Actually, no. I would say it's more like taking big manly steps. You gotta sprint ahead first. We don't take baby steps. You gotta go all out. It's kind of funny. I feel like my general philosophy in life is all thanks to blame. It is one anime. I feel like I have to blame Gurren Lagann for my outlook on life. Because that's like, I feel like that's like the message of Gurren Lagann, basically. I've never actually played Genocide Root Undertale. The Undyne, I've seen the Undyne fight though, and it looks really cool. I couldn't bring myself to do Genocide Root. Because I always feel bad. And it's also kind of a pain in the ass. You have to kill everybody. It takes so much time to clear out everywhere. Yeah, I could take morals from like, I don't know, what's a shit show to take, like SAO? I don't know. Monster Musume. You just start a harem of monster girls. I mean, I guess I did kind of take morals from them. Look at my OCs. They're basically all just monster girls. Yeah, that's actually the best one to take morals from. Start a monster girl harem. When are monster girls gonna be real? That's the day I get into the dating scene. You fox lady. Mm-hmm. And all of your several other unseen OCs. How many OCs? I think I have like 12 or so OCs now. That they get neglected. I need to draw them. This music sounds very near coded, but it's Expedition 33. I was about to play Nier again, just to feel something. Because I really like Nier. Nier's one of my favorite games of all time. And I was thinking about playing it again, because whenever I feel bad, whenever I feel like really bad, I try to play all of my favorite games, make me feel better. And I forgot what I played recently. Well, Fury was one of them. Fury is a really fun game that I liked a lot. And I was playing that again recently. And I was thinking about playing One Shot again. I drew Nico. And it did well on Twitter.com. I'm surprised it did well. Because I love Nico. Nico is my favorite little guy. I love Nico. Hold on, I'm gonna open Nico. The world needs to see Nico again. Nico's one of my favorite drawings. Just because like every other time I've drawn Nico, it didn't look that good. Or I wasn't happy with it. But when I drew this Nico, it looked really good and it made me happy. But it's Nico. I love Nico. Yeah, Amori. Amori is another one of those games. Although I can't tell if Amori is a game that would cheer me up when I'm sad or if it would make me sadder. I do really like Amori. I want to draw. Actually, it's kind of funny. Related to Amori. After I parted ways with friends, I was buying like clothing because I needed clothes. And I saw an Aubrey plush, and Aubrey was just like me for real. For the reasons I parted with friends, and I got it. I have Aubrey. I also have a Nico plush now too, because I love Nico. The plush is so good too. It's got a little magnetic light bulb on it. The sun is a magnetic sun. It's so cute. I love it. Yeah. Aubrey was just like me for real. Abandoned by friends. But yeah, Nico. I love Nico. I might play One Shot again. I'm saving it for when I'm like really, really sad. I almost played it again recently. But instead, I forgot what I played instead. I played another one of my favorite games instead. Whenever I play old games that I like a lot, that usually just means I'm sad. What did I play? Let me look through my games. I forgot what it was. Oh, it was Neon White. Because I really like Neon White. I was grinding that recently. I save One Shot for the day that I'm very sad. I'll play it and I'll be happy. There's a couple songs in One Shot I really like. I'm gonna play. I think this was one of the songs that when it appeared in the game, I was like in tears when I played. just because of like the atmosphere and everything around it. This was when I forgot her because it's been so long since I've played now. I forgot her name, but it's the plant lady. This is the song when you give her the sun for a little bit, and then you come back and she's dead. Yeah, we gotta hang out, Blizz. It's been so long. I feel like it's been over a month. It's been forever. Granted, that is my fault. I've not been very active. And yeah, get some eep, Liz. Yeah, it's my fault. I've not been very active. I've been very inactive recently. But yeah, have a good rest. I just realized me talking about Aubrey has given you some context, Joe. Because you're the only other one that knows the lore. I've accidentally given you context. I mean, I might talk about it like properly. Well, not properly. Because it's just, I don't want, that's not like public. Or it should be public. I might talk about it like very broadly at some point. I was thinking in the end of year recap. But I mean, also I might not, because I don't think anyone, I think at this point, I don't think there's anyone that really associates me with any of them anymore, because it's been so long. I don't think any of them, like, I don't think there's anybody that really does that anymore. So I don't think there's really a need to. And I don't really feel a need to make things more public than they need to be. If I don't have to. I'm on the wrong layer. Were there things that were obvious? I don't remember how much detail I'd gone into with you. I don't think it was very much. I think it was very, at least from what I remember, it was very, like, broad. But I think oh yeah. It wasn't very much. That was also why I did the rebrand. You just said that there's no association with it anymore, and I could just move on from it. Because that's just what I want to do. I don't want to dwell on it or have it be constantly brought up. And I feel like if it was maybe like a year ago or something, it would have been a lot more common on twitter.com for people to associate, especially me and one of the artists. But not anymore. I don't think. It's not really a thing anymore, so I don't need to worry about it. Yeah, I think also just not having interacted with them pretty much for a while. And I think in general I've just been very inactive on Twitter for like the last year. Uh, a lot of I think any jokes that existed have been forgotten already. And I'm completely okay with that. I'd rather start fresh anyway like this. I'm gonna go back to Expedition 33 soundtrack just so that when that song ended, it didn't play a copyright song that instantly killed the YouTube video. I'll go back to Expedition 33. It's been a while since I've yapped actually. I don't think I've really talked. I haven't yapped in like a while. In several weeks. I've still got it. I'm still a good yapper. I can still yap for hours. I did not expect Blizz to show up though. That was actually unexpected. It was funny because I feel like before Blizz showed up, I was literally mentioning how I was like, yeah, Blizz wouldn't show up. Blizz wouldn't watch this. Which is kind of funny because I was about to. Well, I shouldn't say anything now. I don't know. What if he's listening in before he's passing out? He's got ears and eyes everywhere. I can't even say anything anymore. Yeah, Blizz who? This is cool though. I really enjoyed meeting Blizz. Yeah. I mean, I guess he mentioned it so I could talk about this. Uh we went to an Indian restaurant. And for some reason they had it was candlelit. So we had a candlelit dinner at an Indian restaurant. And at the end of the meal, they gave us birdseed. So we shared birdseed together like burbs. We're bonded by birdseed. It was kind of funny. I'll be honest. It was kind of goofy seeing Blizz try to eat Indian food. Because he was using. So here's the thing, chat. Indian food. I don't know why I'm saying chat. It's just you, Joe. Indian food, Joe. It's like. I'm married. No more shipping. I've had enough. I refuse the ship. You could only ship me with AU Aurora. That's the only ship I accept. Where's the image of AU Aurora? Where's the Kami image of bunny suit AU Aurora? Let me retweet that. That's the only ship I accept. I don't accept any other ships. But if you don't know, the way you eat Indian food is with your hands. And this is not using his hands. And it was really funny. So you can pick up naan and like spoon like curry into it. It was really funny. I was I was I was trying to not die laughing because it like listen. Sometimes you gotta get your hands in there. You gotta get down and dirty with the naan and the curry. You gotta scoop it up, you know? And I've never seen somebody eat like curry and like roti or naan with, with a spoon. It was quite goofy. The next time I see Blizz, we'll have to go back. We'll have to run it back. Yeah, actually, just get in there with your face. Just start sucking it down. The Aurora Nat fanfic. I feel like, okay, to be completely honest, I feel like I would not date somebody that's like Nat, where they're like a tsundere, because I'm kind of a tsundere, I'll be honest. I'm not the best at expressing like I'm either like I'm both a tsundere and not a tsundere. Sometimes I get embarrassed and then I don't know how to express affection or like say things to people properly, so I become a tsundere. And otherwise though, I can do it fine. But sometimes I become a tsundere. No, it's not neurodivergent. It's called being a tsundere, and it's. I was gonna say it's kawaii. Oh no! It's over for me. I'm 26. But yeah, what was I saying? I would prefer someone that's not a tsundere. Because I feel like that would be kind of, I mean, from experience, from me, it can be kind of a pain, right? And I don't know. I think I would prefer. I think out of the DDLC characters, I think Sayori is like top tier. And then, like in terms of like actual personality, probably Yuri for me. I can vibe with a Yuri type, I feel. Because that's also basically just me when I'm not yapping, when I'm not being a yapper. Like, okay, I feel like Bliss could tell you this if he was here. IRL, I'm a lot more quiet. Uh, than I than I am online. I prefer to listen to people than to talk. And I guess that doesn't necessarily work well with Yuri, because Yuri would probably do the same. But I could be the yapper. Yeah, I'm like a Yuri or Sayori type out of DDLC characters, personality wise. Need water. I've yapped too much without drinking anything. I had to mute to cough just now because my throat is dry. Okay, I've drunk. I wonder what would be like my top tier character across game. I haven't thought about that because I don't really think about dating characters when I'm playing games. I don't really play dating sims where that's like the goal. Wait, I just realized you put personality in quotes. That completely flew over my head. Nah. Kira, I thought. Yeah, I just thought you were being genuine. I was like, yeah, she's pretty chill. I was taking an analytical approach to Doki Doki Literature Club. You're talking about her boobs. My IQ is just too high. I analyze and interpret my media at a different level than the rest of the world. Yeah. I forget who I picked first. Is there achievements tied to who you picked first? I wonder if I could see. See, Doki Doki Lit Club. Are there achievables? There's no achievables? Oh. Oh well. I guess the world will never know. I feel like it was either Sayori or Nat. It was one of the two. Or was it Yuri? I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, DDLC on phone is a thing. It's kind of... I feel like I've seen a lot more Doki art now because of that. It's kind of had like a mini resurgence because people are talking about the mobile game. And like, that's cool. I'm not interested in playing. Like, from what I've already said, I've had my fill of playing DDLC. And the community. I just like the characters at this point. Like, the story was cool, but again, mainly for me, the main appeal of the game was the characters. I really liked Sayor and Nat. Which is also why they have the Dokis that I only draw, and I don't draw anybody else. Unless I feel like drawing them. Yeah, probably. I can't imagine that it's better than a PC. I feel like any mobile game. No, I don't think you did. I was always a fan of Sayori, just because her character resonated with me. But you definitely contributed to my hatred of drawing her for several weeks in a row as the only character in my life. I mean, it makes sense because I mean, I didn't really draw much this year, but I'm surprised that the thing that I was nominated for in the award thing was, I think it was like a veteran artist or something, which I mean, I guess kind of makes sense because I've basically been drawing since DDLC came out. That's when I got into drawing, was for the game when it came out. I've basically been drawing that long. Or around that long. I can't remember. I feel like it was around that long. I've been drawing when the game came out. That was one of the first things that I drew was the game. I think that was my first post on the internet. It was Nat. I think if I was nominated for Best MC Artist, I would... I don't know what I would do, actually. I was trying to think of something, but I couldn't think of it because it's just unfathomable. I think I would just cry. Because I don't want to be... I don't want to draw him ever. He deserves death. But I'm surprised it was that and not Sayori. But it also makes sense because I haven't drawn Sayori in forever. Yeah, that was goofy. I mean, I'm fully expecting Ryan to win that. Although I don't know if Ryan actually ever responded to sign up for it. I never asked her. Because it's also just like a competition. It's basically just a popularity contest. And I don't know why people got so upset over it. Or how it became such a crazy drama for a popularity people care. Well, I feel like for that specific thing there were so many layers to it. It was so many layers and none of them were good. Everybody was bad. There were no good people there. There were people that got upset because of the popularity contest, and then there were so many layers to it. I don't... It's crazy. It's honestly kind of goofy. And I don't really care. I didn't care to look at the lore myself completely because I, quite frankly, could care less about DDLC drama. But I had someone explain it to me. And I trust their analysis of the situation. And it is quite goofy. Yeah, I could honestly care less about DDLC drama. Literally the only reason I looked into it at all was because of Sushi getting roped into it, and Sushi is Friend, so I care about Friend. And that was like, that's basically my only stake in the whole thing. Was just making sure that sushi was alright. Yeah, I'm glad sushi dropped that. Too much stress. For something that was supposed to be like a little guy fun thing. It is not worth all of the stress and hassle. And the drama. And like, God, I knew it would go bad. Cause like, a popularity contest in the DDLC community. Like, how could that have gone good? There's no way. Not in the DDLC community. Yeah. That's probably why Mr. Salvato does not interact with the community, honestly. It's just because they're insane. I wouldn't doubt that that's the reason why. And if that is the reason, that's completely fair. Okay, I wouldn't go that far. XQC is something. I don't know how people watch XQC, I'll be honest. Yeah, I saw that. I feel like that's their whole personality, just being annoying on the internet. It's the same with Shroud, who is in a similar vein to XQC. It's kind of funny. The only memory I have of Shroud is I was playing a Gundam game. There was a free-to-play Gundam game that came out on Steam like a while ago. It's shut down now because nobody plays hero shooters. It was a hero shooter Gundam game, right? And it was very close to the release of the game. Me and the boys were playing it, and we got matched with Shroud and his group, and we were dying laughing the whole time because we beat his ass, and he was just saying how shit we were at the game while getting his ass beat. It is really funny. And then he blamed his loss on like the one or two randoms that were with him and his group. It was really funny. I think when we realized we were matched with Shroud, we like kind of locked in to make sure we beat his ass. we fully locked in. But like that's the type of people you deal with. They're just kind of annoying to be around, and that's just their personality. Their personality is being annoying and complaining about things. When something happens, of course they'll be annoying and complain about it, because that's what they do. It's the only thing they know how to do is to be annoying and complain. And that's sort of like their personality is built around being better than everybody else, right? Because they're all like ex-competitive players of whatever game. And that's sort of their personality, is that they're supposed to be superior to other people. So of course when something happens that shows them not being superior to other people, the only thing they can really do is get pissed off and complain and make excuses. And XCC just has a chip on his shoulder because of that. Because of Doki beating the Marvel rivals. She needs a hand on this arm. This sweater is too short. She needs a hand. It kind of looks like she's missing an arm. Was he actually cheating? I didn't know that. I didn't know he was actually a cheater. That's funny. Oh, XQC? Yeah. That whole thing was crazy because he got Doki's team nerfed because of his changes that he was making, and he still ended up losing. And Doki had to sub out as Aunt from her team. She subbed out. And their team still ended up winning. Honestly, that was so hype. I think there was a Coney video on it, and I'm not a big fan of Coney because he kind of just, I feel like a lot of his personality on the internet is like rage baiting people, which I guess it could be funny, but it's not the kind of thing that I'm into. I don't really get enjoyment out of rage bait like that. But he had a really good video about it. Yeah, it's just not really my thing. If I was younger, maybe I feel like if I was younger, I would be into it. But at this point in my life, I'm just like, I don't really care to watch. Like, rage bait. It's not really my thing. Not anymore. Is competitive Smash still a thing? I feel like I haven't seen much on competitive Smash in a while. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because the game is very old at this point, but I really haven't seen much competitive Smash stuff. Oh, really? they're all moving on. The better games like Kirby, was it Kirby All-Stars? That's basically the next Smash game if you think about it. It has the Smash sound effects in the game. I was watching clips of the game and I could hear the Smash sound effects in the game. Sakurai does it again. Yeah. It's made by Sakurai. I'm pretty sure it's Sakurai that made Smash. And Kirby. His lesser known title that he's known for, Kirby. I love when after Smash ended, how Sakurai had like a whole arc of just posting game dev stuff on YouTube. I thought that was really cool. I hope that helped people, because it seemed like it was actually helpful stuff for game dev. But I'm not into game dev. Game dev is too much work for me. Wait, he did Icarus Uprising? I didn't know that. Oh my god. Since you're the only one here, Joe, I can show you this. It's top secret. I'm doing an animation for somebody. And I want to show it. I need to show it to people because it looks so good. Like, oh wait, my head's in the way. I don't know how I cooked. I don't know how I did this, but I cooked. I have to line it and then color it stuff. But it looks so good. All I'm saying, next year might be the animation arc for the artist Aurora. I'm thinking about it because I'm having a lot of fun animating this, and I'm just like, damn, I kind of want to keep animating. It's also always been a dream of mine to animate. It was one of the reasons I got into art, and then I never animated anything. So like, maybe we're in the animation arc. I'm considering it because it's actually a lot of fun. I've been really liking it. It's a lot of fun. It is very fun. And I feel like I just got lucky with that one. I'm stuttering a lot. I'm excited. I feel like I got really lucky with that one. Because I don't know what I'm doing with animation. I literally just did what felt right. If I go to the time lapse of it, I literally just did whatever felt right to me. And somehow it worked, and I don't know anything about animation or like the principles of animation or anything. I also didn't change the frame rate at all, or like I don't have in-betweens or anything. That's animated at 8 frames per second, which is not even the standard. It makes no sense. I don't know how it looks alright. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, maybe we'll have more animations in the future. I'm considering it. I remember it's kind of funny. I showed it to Sushi, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it looks good. That was literally what I said to her, which is very funny and true. I genuinely don't know the first thing about animation. I think what I did was I just kind of copied what I saw on like twitter.com, or like whenever I saw animators showing work in progresses, is I'm not gonna show it again because it's spoilers, but I like split everything up into different sections that I'm animating, which was not something I ever did before when I did animation. Um, but granted, I never really did a proper step into animation before. I think the last thing I animated was the gnat doing the that one dance from the song that was like do 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 do. Forgot the name. It's the wind blowing song. I think it was the last thing I animated. I didn't know what I was doing at all for that, but I kind of like I just kind of did what I copied what I saw people doing, which was, well, I didn't even know what they were doing. I saw people having a bunch of colors and stuff on their animation works in progresses, and I didn't know what that meant. And I just assumed that it meant, okay, maybe they're animating this. They're animating each part separately, and they put a different color for each thing that they're animating. So that's what I did. I put everything, each moving part that I want to move individually, I put it in a different color, and I animated them like kind of separately. And I would just like reference the overall drawing for what I wanted to look like, and I would sort of animate each thing individually. And I think that is a good strategy. I also accidentally did this, where I animated the thing that moves the most first, the thing that has the most keyframes. I animated that first, and then I used those for everything else and helped me place where I wanted other things to be in the animation. And I don't know how I did that accidentally, but that was like a stroke of genius on my part. I genuinely don't know what I'm doing with animation. I feel like I just lucked out. I high-rolled animation. And now, honestly, I'm kind of scared to like line it and color it, because I'm like, what if it looks like ass after I color it and line it and shade it? Shading is gonna be so scary. Cause if I mess up the shading, it would ruin everything. I have to make sure the shading's good. Yeah. I don't know how I did that. Actually, it's just because I'm actually a really good artist. That's how I did it. I know everything about art, and I'm really good at drawing. That's why. Yeah. I don't like the shirt shading. I feel like I made it too billowy. I want to like pull back on it a little bit. Need a little bit sharper. Dude, Expedition 33 is such a good soundtrack. I love it. Really my game of the year. I think they played this at the Game Awards. Unable to hit the, what was the AC on the tutorial boss that everybody missed, or they just roll like ass? He's an armor class like 15 boss or something. He's 22 armor class? That's crazy. Wait, armor class. Oh, wait, that's 16 health. Armor class is like, if I remember D&D correctly, you have to roll higher than their armor class plus whatever your modifiers are. To be like your strength modifier or something. But I'm assuming at the start of it, RPG, your modifiers wouldn't be that big. So you'd have to roll like really high. Wouldn't you hit an armor class 15 or 22? It's been a while though since I've played D&D. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm gonna sharpen up the shading a little bit on this. God, that makes me sad that I don't remember, because like back in the day I used to like DM. I was a DM for D&D back in the day. I really liked it. It's kind of sad that I don't remember it properly. I'm pretty sure that's how armor class works though. It's your roll plus your modifiers. I think that's also how it works in Baldur's Gate. Oh, you're not playing a variant of D. Oh. There we go. Oh my god, that was audible on the mic. I just cracked one of my knuckles. No mechanic! God, I gotta play games with people more. I think the closest I played to like a tabletop game was Magic tabletop sim. I'll get together with like a group on occasion and just run a couple of Magic games. That's close enough to D&D. That's basic D&D. You think about it hard enough. Yeah, I feel like... Ah, man, D&D would be fun to play. It takes so much time, though. Nobody has time to play D&D. Yeah. I mean, I don't think... Did I mention your size? I don't think I did. I think you're just being... You're projecting a little bit How short you are. I'm getting distracted. I started looking at twitter.com. I got close to finishing this, and I immediately got distracted. Yeah, send it to me. What did I just see on Twitter, dude? That's actually really cute. That's a little guy. The IGN, I didn't even see that. Let me take a look. For some reason, I don't get notifications for everything on Twitter anymore. After I updated for the change, I don't get all of my notifications sometimes. Let's see. Top 25 JRPGs of all time? They got SMT, Breath of Fire, Gold. I'm not well enough versed in JRPGs to even know most of these games. Bravely Default, I recognize Tales. Kingdom Hearts 2 is a JRPG? I would beg to differ. Octopath, Pokemon Gold, Silver. Oh, their top 5 is Xenoblade 3, Metaphor, Final Fantasy X, Persona 5 Chrono Trigger. I feel like the top 5 is just the most generic ones. Yeah, Gold and Silver is a pick when Heart Gold and Soul Silver is right there and is the clearly superior version. And you have Black and White. If you want to stay with the pixel art games, Black and White 2. Or you could do the one that everybody picks and just do Emerald because everyone mods that one for some reason. Or you could be like really cringe and pick like Scarlet Violet. Yeah, Heart Gold is definitely the way. I closed DMs and it put me on the Twitter homepage and the first thing I saw was Trump designates fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. Sword and Shield? I don't mind Sword and Shield, honestly. I mean, I only played after the DLC came out, but with the DLC, it was not that bad. I didn't mind it at all. I mean, I wonderlocked it when I played, but it's still fun. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I can imagine. There was no end game in sight for it at that point, I don't think. Or was the end game just running those, just grinding like crystals? Farming Dynamax? Speaking of pocket monsters, the Alpharad just dropped a 3-hour video on Arceus 2. What is Arceus 2? ZA. Arceus 2. I like the character designs. There's a lot of cute ones. I like Mega Absol. That's about all I can say for the game, because I don't know anything else about it. Yeah, I really like the Iona of that game. I don't know her name, but she's cute. Yeah, I like her. And I like the Ina. Shockingly. Shocker. I like the Ina. I like the companion trainer in this game is pretty chill too. They look nice visually. I don't know their personality. I don't know if they're like interesting at all. They are cute. Yeah, who could have seen that coming? Yeah, I saw that the optimal strat was to pick the dude character and turn him into a femboy. So that you could have the female rival. I saw that that was the optimal strat people were running. Yeah, this works. I'm making bubbles. I should probably just have fully rendered each of the bubbles before moving on instead of just doing them one at a time like this. I also could just select all of the bubbles. What am I doing? I'm so inefficient. I have to go to bed soon. It's almost my bedtime. This was just meant to be a quick sayor, just to like offset all of the pressing sayoris I did. I just wanted to offset it with a cute little guy. And now she's not wearing pants. I guess that's par for the course with an Aurora drawing, honestly. I have cute intentions, and then all of a sudden, oh no, your pants are gone. Where'd her shirt? It's all gone. Oh. Me, did I look up a reference for how to draw bubbles? Did I just do it off the top? Oh, 1 second. Someone is at my door. I'll be right back. I'm back. I feel that one of the funniest things about VTuber models is you could see when someone leaves, like, the soul leave their body, and then you could see when they get repossessed by the model. It's kind of funny. It's always goofy to me to see. I've been watching a lot of I think recently I've been watching some Nimi, because Nimi's been streaming around the time I've been grinding art and looking for something to watch. So I put on the Nimi Nightmare. I don't know how to draw. If this doesn't work out, I'm just gonna do the thing that I always do with like really lazy quick sketches and just put like the dots that kind of look like snow. We'll see if it works out though. Dude, I kind of want to do a cover, or not a cover, but like the next karaoke, we hit the Expedition 33 music. But I know I'm not nearly good enough for it. I also don't know French at all. At least with like Japanese, I could pretend to kind of know what I'm doing. 'Cause I kind of know a little bit of Japanese. I'm not good at all, but I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit. With French, I don't know anything. I don't speak French. Wait, was that? Oh no, it's not picked up on the mic. My chair is really creaky. I have to like fasten the bolts. I'm gonna look up a reference for bubbles. Do. Bubbles are really cool. Like, just as a phenomena, they're very interesting. Because they're basically just like... They're soap and water that have enough, like, I guess adhesion to themselves to form a semi-stable structure in the air and float. Which is kind of cool. Have you ever seen the videos of people that make really interesting structures with bubbles? I think I've seen people do like almost four-dimensional representations of things with bubbles, and they're sort of able to do it because bubbles can like expand and contract at will. Because, well, pretty much any representation of a four-dimensional object in our three-dimensional space is essentially, at least from my understanding, like a shadow of what it would be, right? It's the equivalent of a shadow. It's a three-dimensional shadow of what it would be, what it would actually look like. And that's all we would be able to perceive, is the three-dimensional shadow of it. And where was I going with this? But basically, I remember, if you were to, like, cast a shadow of a four-dimensional object, it could look like it was growing and shrinking in size nonsensically, or shifting in, like, nonsensical manner, or, like, shapes could appear out of it seemingly out of nowhere, because we couldn't see the extra dimensions that house, like, where that actual matter is being stored. It's like, if you think about it in terms of like a two-dimensional shadow, right? Depending on where you're standing in relation to light, your shadow can be really long or really short. Right? Oh no, my battery is about to die. I didn't plug in. Ah! But yeah, your shadow could be really long or really short, and it could change on a whim, just depending on where you are relative to the light source, right? And that's basically how we would represent a four-dimensional object in 3D. It's just the shadow of it, and it could change. But instead of changing in just 2 dimensions, it would change in all 3 dimensions. So it could nonsensically, like, at least for our understanding in 3 dimensions, it would be nonsensical. It would nonsensically transform in ways that we would just deem physically impossible. But it is completely possible if it is in another dimension. Anyway, I feel like I've been streaming too long if we started to yap about science. The moment I started going off about extra dimensions, I think the stream's been going too long. I could add some more color to this. Bubbles are really colorful because they refract or is it refract or diffract? I don't remember what it. They split light, basically. I think it's diffract. They diffract light into individual wavelengths. I need to get some pinkish purple in there. Oh, this is near music now. I actually finished the Expedition 33 playlist, which I did not expect to do. I didn't expect this to be a long stream. I ended up yapping longer than I thought I would. And not about any of the things that I thought I would yap about. Bubbles. I mean, that looks close enough to bubbles. I feel like I should do something more with the background. It's like solid blue. Feels radiant. I don't know what I'm doing. It's too late. My brain is tired. I want to sleep. I do that. I mean, kind of looks better, maybe? I don't know how to draw what art is. Actually, I saw a post on Twitter today. I was gonna say the other day when it was today, talking about how artists always complain about hating art, and they keep like, why do they draw if they hate art? And I mean, art is like, it's such a pain, and it's like annoying, and you hate it, but like at the same time, there's nothing I would rather be doing other than drawing. I love it, and it's so much fun, and it makes me happy. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like if you don't have a little hatred for the thing that you love, are you really in love with it? Can you truly love something if you don't have any problems with it, or like if you don't get upset at it at times? Like, that's how you know it's true love. Maybe I'm just describing a toxic relationship. But like, if you're passionate about something, of course, like, there'll be times when you're annoyed when something's not going your way with it. Like, you can't render something to the standard that you want. That'd be annoying. And that would be upsetting and painful and cringe. And you spend hours working on it. It's like the slog. But like, when you get to the end product, it's peak. And that's what it's about. That's how you know you're truly passionate about something. Yeah. I feel like I complain about art sometimes, especially when I'm drawing like hands or something. I feel like there's streams where I spend the entire stream drawing a single thing and complaining about how I'm not able to draw it. But like, I wouldn't trade that for anything else. I love drawing. It is unironically my favorite thing to do. Well, it's up there. It's a close race between drawing and gaming for my favorite thing. It's a tight race. I'm gonna add the things anyway. I'm gonna do both. That's the good shit. Do I post this on main? I haven't posted on main in so long. I should post something. I'll post. I mean, it's gonna get like 5 likes. It's fine. This is not what people expect out of a main account Aurora post. I'm actually cooking up something for my alt account right now. I have a drawing of Ram. I feel like I don't use the actual names of my OCs very often, and it causes me to like have to it makes me have to like say like, oh, this is my robot OC, her name's Rat. Because I never use their names. I always say robot or like snack or small snack. I never use their names. But that's fine. Did I have a Ram drawing I'm finishing? I did a quick background for it, but I didn't like the background, so I didn't post it. I'm gonna change the background to something else and I'm gonna post it. And then I'll probably disappear for like a week while you're the only one here, so I could say whatever I want. I'm grinding out Christmas art for everybody. I'm grinding out Christmas gifts for all of my friends. That's what that animation is, a Christmas gift for friend. I mean, it's pretty obvious who it's for. It's for Blizz, but I'm just grinding out art for Christmas gifts right now. So this will probably be my last thing that I do for like a week, and then I'm gonna disappear. And I'm just gonna be grinding. I don't know what I have like 10 days. I have to do 3 artworks. I have to finish this thing I'm doing for Blizz. I have like an idea for Ryan that I want to do. I don't know what I'm doing for Sushi. I've got ideas, kind of. Nothing is like concrete in my head, and I have like 10 days to do all of this. I gotta go crazy with it. This weekend is gonna be big Aurora draws weekend, and nobody's gonna see it other than friends. It'll never see the light of day. I think I could do it. I think it's very doable for me. The animation, I don't think is going to be too bad. The hardest part is going to be the shading, I think. In my personal opinion, I feel like the hardest part about that is going to be the shading. Because the line art, so there's not actually very many distinct line arts for it. I'm going to split the line art as well, depending on each moving thing, because I think that'll make it easier. Because I have a big stagnant thing, which is the body. And there's something that kind of moves, that's the hair. Something that moves less than the eyes. There's something that moves every frame and has a unique frame every frame, which is the tail. So that's the only thing that's going to be in like actual work to line and color every time. The body would be basically easy. The hair is slight movements, which won't be too bad, I'm hoping. And I should be able to reuse a lot of frames for things like the hair, the eyes. The only thing that's going to have to redraw every actual frame is the tail. And that's fine by me. That's not too much work, I don't think. The hardest part is going to be shading it and keeping the shading consistent, I think. But if I keep the shading simple, it should be fine. And then I just have to grind out 2 other artworks after that, which should be relatively easy. I'm hoping each one is probably about a 2-day endeavor. So it's like 4 days for that. And then I have 6 days. What the heck? I have like 6 days dedicated to animation, and then 4 days dedicated to each person, which should be enough. I should be able to just barely eke out a thing for everybody. Can I complain about something? Something that's really annoyed me, and I can complain about because Bliss isn't here. Oh my god. Regional pricing differences on Steam stop you from sending gifts to people. I can't send Blizz a gift because the US dollar is more than 10% different than the pound, and it's so annoying. Okay, here's the thing. I'm the type of guy that says that, but I actually finished the homework. I was the type of dude that left my homework for the last minute, but I'm also a straight A student. So like I always pull it off. I never fail. I've never known defeat. I can do it. And then if I fail, I cry and I send them a $100 Steam gift card instead. The bubbles make none of this drawing doesn't make any sense. There's no rhyme or reason for this drawing at all. It's literally just a bubble. Her expression doesn't match the background at all. It's just Sayori and bubble. It makes no sense. I'm gonna post this on twitter.com. And then I will end stream. I should post it on Patreon too. I feel so bad for Patreons. Yeah, that's true. Twitter.com. Why is there feet on my timeline? They opened Twitter, the first thing I see is I'm cooked. I accidentally clicked on something I did. No. One of my chat windows, I wasn't logged in to YouTube on one of the chat windows, and I accidentally clicked to sign. I don't want to. No, there's no way to go back. I hate. You know, that's fine. What's annoying about it is who instantly liked this? You have to be a bot, surely. That was like a frame one liked. I was like, this is surely a bot. There's no way. That's crazy. Yeah, the power of bubble. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now. It's my bedtime. How long have I yapped for? I can kind of feel it. I've been yapping. I'm not used to yapping this much anymore. It's been 3 hours of yapping. My yap abilities have gone down. My timer says 3 hours. Or almost 3 hours. Close enough. But yeah, I will leave. I'll be back in I'll be back after I grind out all of my Christmas arts. Because I can't stream any of it because it has spoilers. So, I'll be back. And I'll draw. I'll draw something. I'll probably draw Nat next. I want to draw Nat. It's been a while. But yeah, goodbye.